Good morning, America. As you wake up and look out your window, you might notice a calm before the storm. But don't be fooled. The weather is about to take a dramatic turn, and it's time to get ready for what could be one of the most significant winter events of the season. A major winter storm is targeting the East Coast, and meteorologists are sounding the alarm. This system is gathering strength over the Atlantic, and its path puts millions of people directly in its sights. From the southern tip of the Carolinas all the way up to the rugged coast of Maine, communities are bracing for impact. Forecasters warn that this storm could become a bomb cyclone, a rare and powerful phenomenon where a storm's pressure drops rapidly, causing it to intensify at an incredible rate. When this happens, storms can unleash their full fury, bringing extreme weather conditions in a matter of hours. This isn't just another snow day, this is a potentially life-altering event. Millions from the Carolinas to Maine will be impacted, with cities and towns preparing for what could be record-breaking snowfall, dangerous winds, and hazardous travel conditions. Schools and businesses are already making contingency plans, and emergency services are on high alert. Winter storm Gianna is rapidly developing, drawing in energy and moisture from the Atlantic Ocean. As the system moves closer to land, it's expected to strengthen even further, setting the stage for a dramatic and potentially historic weekend along the East Coast. Weather models show a swirling mass of clouds and precipitation, with the potential for heavy snowbands and icy conditions. This classic nor'easter is expected to undergo bombogenesis, a process where the storm's central pressure drops by at least 24 millibars in 24 hours. That rapid intensification means the storm will pack a serious punch, with blizzard conditions, whiteout visibility, and howling winds that could rival those of a hurricane. What does this mean for you? Crippling snowfall, hurricane-force wind gusts, and significant coastal flooding are all possible. In some areas, snow could pile up at rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour, making it nearly impossible to keep roads clear. Along the coast, powerful winds could drive ocean water inland, flooding streets and homes. Travel could become impossible, with highways and interstates likely to close as conditions deteriorate. Widespread power outages are likely as heavy. Wet snow and fierce winds bring down trees and power lines. Emergency crews may have difficulty reaching those in need, so it's crucial to be prepared and stay off the roads once the storm hits. The storm's exact track is still uncertain, and even small shifts could mean big changes in who gets the heaviest snow or the strongest winds. Meteorologists are closely monitoring the latest computer models, but all signs point to a dangerous, disruptive event that will affect millions. Now is the time to prepare. Don't wait until the first flakes start to fall. Stock up on essentials like food, water, batteries, and medications. Make sure you have enough supplies to last several days in case you're snowed in or lose power. Check your flashlights, charge your devices, and fill up your gas tank. Prepare an emergency kit with blankets, warm clothing, and any necessary medical supplies. If you rely on medical equipment that needs electricity, have a backup plan in place. Don't forget about your pets. Make sure they have enough food and a warm place to stay. Don't wait until the snow starts. Act today. The earlier you prepare, the safer you and your loved ones will be. Take a few minutes to review your emergency plan and make sure everyone in your household knows what to do if the power goes out or if you need to evacuate. Communities need to look out for one another as Gianna approaches. Check on elderly neighbors, friends, and anyone who might need extra help. Working together, we can all stay safer and weather the storm as a united front. Stay tuned for the latest updates. We'll keep you informed every step of the way as this powerful storm barrels toward the coast. Remember, preparation is key. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll get through this together. What is a bomb cyclone? It's when a storm's central pressure drops by at least 24 millibars in 24 hours, supercharging the system. As Gianna moves over the warm Gulf Stream, it will rapidly intensify, pulling in moisture and generating fierce winds. We're forecasting hurricane-strength gusts along the coast, with blizzard conditions and near-zero visibility. Major cities like D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and Boston could see feet of snow if the storm stalls. The longer it lingers, the more severe the impacts: heavy snow, relentless winds, and widespread outages. Finalize your preparations now and plan to stay home through the weekend. The full force of this bomb cyclone is coming. Be ready. Here's the timeline for Winter Storm Gianna. Late Friday night, snow begins in the southeast and mid-Atlantic, your last chance to prepare. Saturday, the storm intensifies, spreading snow and wind northward. Blizzard conditions hit the Carolinas and Virginia. By Saturday evening, Philadelphia and New York see rapidly worsening conditions. Sunday, Gianna peaks as a bomb cyclone off New England, bringing the heaviest snow and strongest winds from Long Island to Maine. Coastal flooding will be a major threat during high tides. The storm weakens Monday, but snow and strong winds linger, making cleanup difficult. Travel will remain hazardous into Monday. By Monday evening, Gianna finally pulls away, leaving a massive cleanup behind. Gianna is a triple threat, bringing together heavy snow, damaging winds, and dangerous coastal flooding in a single relentless storm system. This is not just another winter event, it's a convergence of hazards that will test the resilience of communities across the region. As Gianna barrels in, residents from the coast to inland towns must brace for a storm that will impact nearly every aspect of daily life. snowfall rates could reach an astonishing 2 to 4 inches per hour, quickly shutting down major highways and making travel nearly impossible. Even the most prepared snow removal crews will struggle to keep up as roads disappear beneath a relentless blanket of snow. Visibility will drop to near zero at times, and anyone caught outside risks becoming stranded in dangerous conditions. Widespread totals of 1 to 2 feet are likely, with some areas in eastern New England potentially seeing even higher amounts. Snowdrifts will pile up against homes and vehicles, making it difficult to leave your house or even find your car. The sheer weight of the snow could bring down tree limbs and power lines, adding to the hazards. Along the coast, hurricane-force winds could gust up to 80 miles per hour, battering buildings and uprooting trees. These powerful winds will not only cause structural damage, but also knock out power to thousands, leaving entire neighborhoods in the dark and cold. Flying debris and falling branches will make venturing outside extremely dangerous. In these freezing temperatures, losing heat can quickly become life-threatening, especially for the elderly, young children, and those with medical conditions. Families may be forced to huddle together for warmth, relying on blankets and layers as the temperature inside drops. Emergency shelters may open, but travel to reach them could be treacherous or impossible. Coastal flooding is a major concern. Storm surge and high tides will inundate low-lying areas from the Jersey Shore to Cape Cod. Seawalls and dunes may be overtopped by crashing waves, sending water rushing into streets and neighborhoods. Residents in flood-prone areas should be prepared for rapid rises in water levels and the possibility of evacuation. Homes, roads, and businesses are at risk for severe flooding and erosion. The relentless pounding of waves will eat away at the shoreline, washing out roads and threatening the foundations of buildings. Emergency crews will be stretched thin as they respond to calls for help and work to rescue those trapped by rising waters. The combination of blinding snow, howling winds, and surging floodwaters will create whiteout conditions and cut off escape routes. Emergency vehicles may struggle to reach those in need, and some communities could be isolated for hours or even days. It's critical to stay off the roads and avoid unnecessary travel until the storm passes and conditions improve. Stay informed and stay put. This is a life-threatening event. Monitor emergency alerts on your phone, listen to local authorities, and be ready to act quickly if conditions worsen. Your safety and the safety of your loved ones depend on making smart decisions and staying prepared. Gianna's impacts will be severe and far-reaching, leaving a lasting mark on the region. The days ahead will require patience, caution, and community support as we recover from this historic storm. The heaviest snow is expected from southern Virginia and North Carolina up through eastern New England. Cities like Raleigh, Richmond, Boston, and Providence should prepare for multi-day shutdowns. Coastal areas from North Carolina to Cape Cod face the highest risk of hurricane-force winds and power outages. Saturated ground increases the risk of uprooted trees and grid damage. Low-lying coastal communities are at extreme risk for major flooding. Be ready to evacuate if ordered. Even cities on the storm's edge, like DC and Philadelphia, could see significant snow if the track shifts. Inland areas may still face scattered outages from strong winds. The primary focus, the East Coast, where Gianna poses the most immediate threat. Gianna is hitting an area already battered by recent storms. Deep snowpack and saturated ground set the stage for even worse impacts. Heavy, wet snow on top of existing piles increases the risk of roof collapses, especially on flat roofs. Narrowed roads and huge snowbanks will make cleanup even harder for crews and emergency responders. Saturated soil means trees are more likely to fall, raising the risk of widespread, long-lasting power outages. Utility crews are already stretched thin from previous storms. The snowpack also raises concerns for major spring flooding when it melts. Surviving Gianna is the immediate focus, but the impacts will last into spring. This relentless winter is shaping the hazards of the coming season. Looking ahead, winter will linger in the northern U.S. Expect a slow, chilly transition to spring. The Northeast, Great Lakes, and Northern Rockies will see colder than average temperatures into March and April. Heating bills will stay high, as homes need warmth longer. Meanwhile, the Southwest and Southern Plains will warm up quickly, with above-average temperatures. Early heat means higher electricity bills in the South and West. This sharp temperature divide will fuel more storms across the central and eastern U.S. The active pattern will shift from snow and ice to heavy rain, severe storms, and flooding. Spring will bring new weather threats as the north waits for the thaw. As winter draws to a close and the first signs of spring emerge, a new set of weather threats begins to take shape across the country. For many regions, flooding quickly becomes the most pressing concern. The transition from cold to warmer temperatures means that snow and ice accumulated over the winter months start to melt rapidly, sending torrents of water into rivers and streams. This annual cycle can transform quiet neighborhoods into flooded landscapes almost overnight, especially in areas where the ground is already saturated or where riverbanks are low. Deep snowpack in the northern states, combined with a series of active spring storms, will feed major river systems like the Mississippi and Ohio. As these rivers swell, the risk of significant flooding increases, threatening both rural communities and major cities along their banks. The combination of melting snow and heavy rainfall can quickly overwhelm flood defenses, leading to dangerous conditions for residents and first responders alike. States such as Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, and Missouri are bracing for the possibility of severe spring flooding. In these regions, swollen rivers can inundate farmland, damage infrastructure, and disrupt daily life. Emergency management teams are already preparing for rapid response, urging residents to stay informed and have evacuation plans in place. While the threat of tornadoes may be lower than in peak season, other hazards remain. Damaging straight-line winds can topple trees and power lines, while slow-moving thunderstorms are capable of producing intense downpours that trigger flash flooding in both urban and rural areas. These storms can develop with little warning, making it crucial for communities to monitor weather alerts and be ready to act quickly. Meanwhile, in the southeast and southwest, a different set of challenges is emerging. As temperatures climb and rainfall remains scarce, the risk of wildfires grows. Dry brush and parched landscapes provide ample fuel for fast-moving fires, putting homes, wildlife, and entire communities at risk. Firefighters are on high alert, and residents are being reminded to clear defensible space around their properties and follow local burn restrictions. Drought conditions continue to grip the southwest and the southern high plains, threatening not only water supplies, but also the livelihoods of farmers and ranchers. Reservoirs are running low, and crops are struggling to survive in the dry soil. The ongoing drought is forcing communities to implement water conservation measures and rethink how they manage precious resources. Across the nation, the contrast is stark. While the eastern and central states contend with the dangers of flooding, the southern and western regions are battling fire and drought. These extremes highlight the diverse and often unpredictable nature of spring weather in the United States, reminding us of the importance of preparation and resilience. As we move into a volatile spring season, it's more important than ever to stay aware of your region's specific risks. Keep an eye on weather forecasts, sign up for emergency alerts, and make sure your family has a plan in place. Whether you're facing the threat of rising waters, wildfires, or drought, being prepared can make all the difference in staying safe and protecting your community. As Gianna approaches, preparedness is key. Focus on safety, heed warnings, and have supplies ready. The combination of snow, wind, and flooding will make this a weekend to remember. Stay indoors and help your neighbors. Cleanup will take days. Be patient and support crews and vulnerable community members. After Gianna, attention shifts to lingering cold, early heat, and major flood risks this spring. Weather is a continuous story. Know your risks and have a plan. Our team will keep you informed as the situation evolves. For now, all eyes are on Gianna. Stay safe, stay prepared, and stay tuned. We'll bring you updates as this major weather story unfolds.